Wow. Who's seen that coming? Second round knockout. Israel Adesanya defeats Robert Whittaker. A lot of people, was doubting Israel Adesanya. This dude believed in himself. He made a lot of predictions, and it all came to pass. I think he's on to something. Funny, those who follow me for some years, even on Facebook, I told people about Israel Adesanya a long time ago, long before he even came to UFC. He was still kickboxing. And I was telling people, man, check this kid out. He's a beast. He's going to be in the UFC. I want to see him in the UFC one day. He'd probably be a champion. I was saying all this shit. I remember the post, man. Luckily, Facebook took down my main account, so I have no receipts. You know what I'm saying? But just take my word for it. I've been called it on this guy, and damn. I mean, shit. He's the next coming of Anderson Silva, basically. He looked good tonight. Robert Whittaker was he landed some good shots, but Adesanya was pretty much shaking him off. I mean, it was really, it seemed like Adesanya never really found his range, but it still worked for him. He was swaying back, throwing hooks, throwing with him, and caught Robert Whittaker with some good hooks. And the second time, he caught him with that sway back, lean back, left hook, and put Robert Whittaker down for good. The thing about Adesanya, he switched stances a lot. So he could fight from both stances. Man, that gave Robert Whittaker a lot of trouble. Adesanya didn't throw too many kicks in this fight. It was mostly punches. I was surprised he didn't throw knees when they was up close. I was very surprised about that. But nonetheless, man, he performed very well. He ain't get beat up or nothing. Like, it was a flawless performance, basically. A lot of people felt Robert Whittaker was going to win. A lot of people felt Israel Adesanya was just simply hype. He proved that he is for real. And then the good thing about it, he called out Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa, the Brazilian, the Hulk. I mean, the dude is a monster. He called him out. It ain't like boxing where they looking for the easiest dude to call out next and shit. Or, he called out the next toughest guy. I mean, he's going through a gauntlet of killers. He may very well go down as one of the greatest middleweights, if not the greatest middleweight of all time. If he keeps this up, he's 18-0 now. They said he didn't have knockout power. He knocked out Robert Whittaker. Knocked him out. Stopped him. It was quiet in Australia tonight. They was quiet because they didn't expect that outcome. They expected probably a 5-round fight. They went to a decision. Adesanya went home early tonight. You don't get paid for overtime. You know what I'm saying? He went home early tonight. I mean, he was dancing. He's doing what he do. He was excited. I mean, it was a good scene, man. It was real nice. I'm happy for him and his family and his team. I know he made New Zealand proud. I know Africa is proud. This is good for Africa. A lot of Africans probably gonna be really getting into UFC now. We're gonna see a lot more African dudes training mixed martial arts now. This is good. UFC really pushing Israel Adesanya. They're really pushing them, and it works. Sometimes, usually when they push these guys, it don't work out for them when they run into guys like Robert Whittaker. But it worked out for Israel Adesanya tonight, y'all. The last Stylebender is for real. He left no doubt tonight. All the haters could shut the hell up now. Israel Adesanya's for real. You gotta take your hat off to him. Gotta give him credit. Robert Whittaker was no easy opponent. Kevin Gaston wasn't an easy opponent. Anderson Silva wasn't an easy opponent. I mean, this dude's the dude. In 2 years, and less than 2 years, he became a UFC champion. Undisputed champion. Man. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.